What is happening, everybody? This is Dave Croft, and welcome to a 52 Qs Q review, where I feature a Q written by a member of the 52 Qs community and provide feedback and critique like you might hear from a music supervisor or a library. And this week we have Sailin' with the Cosmo, written by Brian Morales, for our week 29 weekly feedback thread. So we're going to take a listen to Sailin' with the Cosmo. It's a kitschy jazz cue, and then we're going to talk about it on the other side. All right, that was Sailin' with the Cosmo by Brian Morales. Brian, thank you so much for sending this along. I absolutely loved this cue. And what I really love about it, first of all, I'm a huge fan of Esquivel, which is an early kind of kitschy jazz electronic music composer. And the only thing missing from this was like some zoo, 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 you know, like that kind of stuff. Zoo, 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 zoo. Zoo, 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 zoo. Zoo. And I think it would be really cool if you maybe add some like zoo, 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 zoo. And if you've not checked out Esquivel, which hearing this, I would be surprised if you hadn't heard of Esquivel. But I would encourage you to check this out. A couple of things. It was really loud. Now, I did pull this off of your SoundCloud page, so it's entirely possible. It's entirely possible that that SoundCloud did something a little funky in the translation. I think it squashes it down to 256 or 128, and this is why when we do the Q reviews, there's this huge gap. There's this 18K drop off, and that's the MP3 compression, which is fine. I'm not giving you super extensive mix notes, but things did sound distorted. Feels like we were clipping, and if I actually show the output bus here, we were getting into some clipping here. Yeah, there we go. So we're starting to clip the output bus. So we want to set our ceiling on our limiter and our mastering chain at no higher than minus 0.2. I would put it at -1 just to be safe. And so it felt like it was distorting. It felt like it was too loud. And when the vibraphone comes in, it feels like, first of all, mallet instruments, especially marimba, but also vibraphone, around the mid-range, as soon as you start playing thirds, or really any intervals in the mid-range beyond a fifth or an octave, then they love to distort. And I think it's just the physics of mallet instruments or whatever. On top of that, the vibraphone sounds like it's kind of in the range of the guitar. Ish, maybe. I mean, but they're right on top of each other. And do I hear ch-ch? Love, that's chef's kiss. That is so good. Now, rhythmically speaking, you should absolutely lean into a bossa feel here. Instead of the cross sticks, because we're playing, you know, boom, 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 chick, boom, boom. So instead of a boom, chick, boom, boom, chick, boom, boom, do a check, 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 check. So the bossa pattern. 2, 3, pop, 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 chop, 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 chop. Okay, and so that was a clave pattern, just a straightforward clave pattern. An actual bossa pattern would be chop, 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 pop, 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 boom, pop, pop, pop. Right, and so I think that would be a little bit more authentic. But I would lean into a straight ahead bossa here, I think. And the flute's pretty good. I mean, I could tell that it's a programmed MIDI flute, I think. Yes, 100%. During this A section, let me pick on your drums a little bit more. Go to the hi-hat, or stay on the hi-hat. Save the ride cymbal for the bridge, okay? Because we have, you know, the ride cymbal is a more sustaining sound, and so you want that kind of more flowy type sound, but this should be hi-hat in the A section. And another thing, if you want to go full Joe Beam, instead of playing the hi-hat here, have a brush on a snare drum playing side to side, or even shaker. Right? When I play kind of authentic Joe Beam bosses, I'll use a brush and just sweep it side to side on the snare drum. Now, I know you're probably not recording your drums, but stay hi-hat here. You could start off with the ride cymbal at the top, but then go to the hi-hat in your verse, and then your B section, go to the ride cymbal. Love all of this. Yes, yes. Yep. And this is when I was like, okay, this guy listens to Esquivel, because that sounds so good. And if that's a plugin, well done. I want to know. Let me know in the comments what plugin that is. That little melody, I would do vocals. Yep, or layer it in. That would be so cool. The brass sounds amazing. A little bucket of fish at the end. And if you want another cool thing to do on that last note, if that's a guitar, do a neck bend. Or if it's a plug-in, just pitch bend it just barely, like blue. I don't think you need the bucket of fish. This coming from the drummer, you know, I don't think you actually need the bucket of fish here. I would leave it blue. That gives a nice button. Or if you at least make a version without the bucket of, and the bucket of fish is the bucket of poo. That's the bucket of fish. I call it a bucket of fish fill. Brian, thank you so much for sending this along. Like I said, this was sent along during our week 29 weekly feedback threads, and we put weekly feedback threads together every week over at 52Qs. And so if you want your Q featured on the 52Qs YouTube channel, then head over to 52Qs. Why don't you join us? And while you're there, you can check out some other things. So head to 52qs.com. And if you found this feedback helpful and you would like feedback on some of your Qs, please head over to 52qs.com/coaching. I would love to help you out and give you feedback from the form, structure, melody, mix, even the titles. Brian's title for this one was Sailing with the Cosimo, or maybe the Cosmo. I like the word Cosmo better. But if you want feedback on your own cues and you would find that helpful, then head over to 52qs.com/coaching. But that's going to do it for me. Until next time, peace.